Well, 2 rounds to go. Now we're Rally Colorado here in Steamboat, which I lived in Steamboat for 8 years, and I've done this rally 3 or 4 times. I can't actually, maybe 3 times. The altitude up here affects your memory, so it's hard to remember that. But the roads are spectacular and incredibly fast, and they're very challenging on an engine because you have very high RPM, high-speed straightaways, and you have altitude, so very little air for the engine to breathe, and so it makes everything very hot. I put the Sims team to the test here in the media day. Took some media out and then did some practice runs and ended up having a 50-cent piece in the engine, an oil pressure regulator, go bad and raising the oil pressure enough to blow a seal, which did a host of other things. So we're actually having to swap engines, swap internals of engines. And it's the first time that I've ever driven to the pits where the car's had a mechanical problem. And so it really says a lot about the reliability of these cars and the reliability of the engines that Sims has been putting together and the dedication to the prep that we've had on the car. So it was nice that it went out testing. Hopefully everything will be back together before we actually get out on the stages tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Right now we're in Park Expose, and we're just about ready to roll. So we've got a big challenge ahead to try to get a podium spot and steal it from Ken Block, but we'll do our best. Well, we made it through day 1, and I have to be honest, it felt kind of like survival. For only 70 miles or whatever of racing, that was brutal. Tons of attrition, hard on engines up here at the altitude, and rocks have been getting people's, beating their cars up. Travis going off pretty hard. But with the Rockstar team, we're doing all right, surviving. We're in 2nd place. A little bit of some technical problems with some hoses popping and things like that. But we're at the Park Expose where we've got all kinds of fans hanging out and getting a lot of autographs from everybody, and it's a pretty cool scene in Steamboat, so we're just looking forward to tomorrow.
Small crest down 200, then small crest 70, right 6, over small crest, into left 5 short, to right 6 over crest, 5 short, to right 6 over crest.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Small crest 6 plus, tightens 5 plus, long over small crest. Then crest into left 5, again crest into left 5. Into right 6 over finish.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I cannot believe that.
I thought I had saved it too, and then it came all the way around, and I was thinking,
so sick.
God, you know what? We might be able to pull out of this with a 360, and then it stalled. My foot was full throttle in second gear when I looked and the RPM was down.
Right 6 long, into left 5 plus, extra long. Into right 5 plus, open tight to 4 long. Again, just open tight to 4 long, then left 4 minus, opens over crest, over cattle guard. The left 4 over
got it.
cattle guard. 250.
Woke up this morning and it looked a lot different out here in Steamboat than yesterday. There was actually a lot of rain. Some of the stages were impassable. We got rumors that the first stage was not going to be passable and we're going to have to bypass that one, but we ran it anyway. And it was a blast, actually. That first stage was incredibly treacherous. Some pretty high-speed stuff going by the spectator area. And unfortunately, I missed one of the notes. I was concentrating too much on the surface, and I missed a left 5 short, I think it was, in a sea of 6s, which are all flat, full throttle corners. And Chrissie and I did a 360 through the bushes. Luckily, the car stayed on top of the bushes at 100 miles an hour and kind of floated through the bushes and stopped facing the right direction. Had to restart it. Lost about 18 seconds, but we were lucky not to have that be really the end of the rally for us. And then because of the weather, we repeated the same stage after that 4 times. And luckily, that was one of the only stages that I could get these Vermont guys. And so anytime we can find a stage work quicker than them and then just do it over 4 times, that's okay with me. So worked out, we were able to hold off Travis, who was hard charging, to take the 2nd spot. Ken was nowhere to be found. Crazy guy was 40 seconds in the lead, 20 seconds in the lead by the end. But we'll take a 2nd place for Rockstar, and Pinker comes in with a 4th place for Rockstar. And there's still a championship battle between Rockstar, Monster, and Red Bull. So it should be a pretty interesting showing in LSPR.